sports. And we've got the Dolphins, rocket arm quarterback. Solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Dolphins and the Bills on Sunday night primetime.
The NFL is on EA Sports as we bring you a look inside Highmark Stadium here at Orchard Park, New York. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap as it'll be the Miami Dolphins taking on the Buffalo Bills. Hello everybody, with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at the Bills entering play here. They come in just in an absolute free fall, losers of 7 in a row.
And this is where you turn to your best players and look at them and say, can you guide us out of this? We've got to be better than what we've shown.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Dolphins, they're halfway home, looking good at a perfect 8-0.
And not much to complain about so far, is there? I'd have to say they're the best team in the NFL through the first half of the year.
The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Bills on offense for the first time. And leading the charge, we get a look at their 6-year quarterback.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. But I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
Purdy's throw caught by Olave. He takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 13 yards on the game's opening play. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Purdy. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Well, Charles, when you think about this defense, this week in preparation, you couldn't hide the fact from them that they're facing a team that's lost 7 in a row. You just wonder if they prepared the same way they normally do.
Yeah, that's a great question because normally that preparation goes into what you do well on defense. What is the best thing that you do going into a game? But in this case, you might want to take all the tendencies and throw them out the window. I would expect them to throw every trick play in the book right out of the gate in order to try and get something established and get things moving.
You talk about this Miami defense. They were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
Yeah, they pitched a shutout in that game, didn't they? And those don't come around all that often in the NFL. The ability to keep someone out of the end zone and also from kicking one through the post. Well done.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
On 4th down, the Bills send out their punter, Corey Bojorquez. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. This is taken at the 18. Nice work on the return as he gets about 15 yards back. And it'll be Dolphin football. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their 3rd-year quarterback.
We both know it's a league where they seemingly throw the ball in just about every play. But watching him perform last week where he threw 3 touchdown passes still caught my eye in a big way.
Still kind of the gold standard, 3 touchdown passes, isn't it? And for his efforts last week, AFC Offensive Player of the Week.
I can't wait to see what he does this week.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too late.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get to play in the second. But you and I both know that funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
And a big run there against the worst rush defense in the league. They're number 32 of 32.
And they're ranked that for a reason. And we're really not surprised to see a big run occur against them, are we?
And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Holding. Man.
So that time they got the left guard with a hold.
And let's face it, in today's ball, you might have that 330-pound guy you're supposed to clear out of there. You might need a little bit of extra help by grabbing the jersey and trying to ride him out.
And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. 64 yards rushing for him now as he has gotten the night off to a hot start. 2nd and 5. Way down right around the 12. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a 3rd down and 4 now.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
And his kick here is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. So here come the Bills out for their second drive. 1-7 their record here at the midway point of the season. And right now this organization, more than likely if you look at it, CD, probably in for a rough second half of the season.
Well, we've seen teams turn things around in other places. I mean, we've seen 1-7 first halves turn into 5-3 second halves. But with this squad, I think these guys aren't playing to get into the playoffs. They're playing for their jobs. So's the coaching staff. They're coaching for theirs. Front office trying to keep theirs. The heat is on from all directions. And what's interesting is a lot of these guys are playing for jobs and trying to keep their positions. It might be just in the league in some other spot.
And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Here's Purdy on 1st and 10. A short one there to Freiermuth. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
That is caught. And he's going to have the Bills first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
A run there on 1st down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now in Buffalo. It's the Bills in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd and 5 situation. Purdy now to throw. Left sideline, a dive, and it looks like he's got it. The Bills passing game getting them down the field. They've got another first down. Purdy looking to throw. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Tight end has become a bigger and bigger part of the passing game in the NFL, but if you drop the football, that position can get swapped out with a wide receiver in that spot, a running back in that spot. There are other ways they can go if you're not going to catch the ball.
And that's not just his first drop, his second drop of the game. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulder square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The end result, 21 yards. Back to throw, Purdy. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Chris Olave, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bills have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. So Miami coming out for their 2nd drive. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 105 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 35-yard line. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Yeah, he's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. 2nd down now. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Gets around him, and he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Some good, strong running right there, some power and some explosiveness just about got him into the end zone.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game, back to the ground. And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A great play there, with his 9th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are once again back in front. For the extra point, Cameron Dicker. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told. And it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble, and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. Sitting right around the midpoint of the season, on pace for 1,000 yards. Good year so far, and I'm sure film study being devoted to him a little bit more on the other side.
They have to, because the pace that he's carrying right now, if you're pushing a 1,000-yard pace as a receiver, that means he warrants your attention. And right now, precision is going.
And off to the races down the right side. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. On first down, it's Purdy. And that is incomplete. The coverage a little too good there. And it's second down. Well, the incompletion, yes, but maybe here not the worst thing in the world?
No, not on 1st and 10. Actually gives them a chance to regroup, relax just a little bit. They huddle up, talk it over. Then they get a chance to continue their drive.
Purdy's throw complete to Shakir. And he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Again, it's Purdy to throw it. And this is going to be incomplete. The Dolphins do the job defensively there, and now it brings up 4th.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player, but sometimes you just can't. He just knows where the ball is.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. It would have been a long field goal. The fake doesn't work out. And the Dolphins defense is able to hold. Well, that was a long attempt to begin with, so the fake you might have known was somewhat of a possibility. Credit to the defense, though. They weren't fooled.
You're right, they weren't fooled. And they were in a position of having to play it both ways. Guard for the fake, but you still want to rush the kicker because it was a makeable kick. So they ended up getting the best out of the whole thing. Stuffed the fake, and they take over the ball.
2nd and 10. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Dolphins will extend their lead here just before halftime.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook, but even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff, because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point. Extra point up and good by Dicker, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets him 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll get started up at Lucas Oil Stadium in the capital city of Indianapolis, where it was the Colts who were able to come away with the home victory. Deebo Samuel leading the way with 3 touchdown catches. Next, we head off to check out another game. And they were losers in that game as they fall to the visiting Kansas City Chiefs. Tyler Algier, a touchdown run in the victory. And finally, a good one scheduled for Monday Night Football between the New York Jets and the Philadelphia Eagles. Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. So now the Dolphins set to take over on offense. They've gone 2 months without a loss, 8 straight wins for them, and they've got the lead here in this one as well, trying to make it 9 in a row. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
Now that's a run that warms a play caller's heart because you're actually set up to do whatever you want on offense. You can come right back and run essentially the same play because you have momentum. Or you can fake that running play and throw something deep over the top. Or you now feel like you have an extra down to play with. Because if you go ahead and just throw it and you don't get it, come back and try and pick it up on third down.
2 yards still to go. Third down now. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. Taken down at the 42.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 162 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They go play action here on first down. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. We're in the third quarter in upstate New York with a 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete here. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 36. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive. Because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A great play there. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins add 6 to their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So here's the Bills offense now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he was able to shed one tackle but could not get away from there. Called out a gain of 5 as the clock ticks inside of 2 minutes to go now in the third. Ball on the 27. Here's second down at 5. Purdy. He completes it to Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 49-yard line. Throwing here, Purdy. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Jack Campbell with a pick. And the Dolphins are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. That's now a second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher. 3rd and 6. That last play, though, not indicative of the night he's had running the football.
No, you're exactly right about that, because all through this evening, it's been their night, hasn't it? One play here, they get it against them.
Damn, bro, they did that
Just
shit
continue to do what they've been doing.
I did it,
Shot taken
bro.
on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
They did that
Here's
shit,
A.J.
dude.
Cole now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down.
No
Here's
shot,
Purdy.
bro.
A short one there to Freiermuth. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
Purdy looking to throw on 1st down here. Down the sideline he goes. And finally down at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 34.
Thank God that
so the
safety
big
was
play
back
changes
down.
the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Purdy will set up to throw it here. They'll set up the screen here to mix him. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
And good yardage there on 1st down, because sometimes all you need to do on the screen is get 1 key block. That might set your man free, and that was pretty good pursuit to the football defensively, or it could have gone for more.
And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Back to throw. Purdy. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Looking to throw. Purdy. And that is caught. Touchdown, Buffalo. Romeo Doubs from 4 yards out. And the Bills have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Lutz with the extra point, and the lead down to 10, 24-14. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. We'll check on his status when we return to Orchard Park. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he put up a good fight, but he's going to be taken down behind the line of scrimmage. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 183 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. So here's a 1st and 10 now down inside the 20. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now a stoppage here as it looks like we've got a Dolphin shaken up on the play. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Dolphins add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. Dicker down attack on the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it results in a 4-yard touchdown run. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. Here's the Buffalo offense now as they get set to take over here. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. A screen pass. It's complete. He's got room past the 30 and all the way up to the 31-yard line. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bills football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Throwing on 2nd down, it's Purdy. The Dolphins get there this time, and they bring him down. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Purdy now on 3rd and goal. And the throw there going to be incomplete. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Dolphins get the football in great field position. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
On third down, they're going to run for it here. Head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Miami. Brandon Ayuk with career touchdown number 60. And the Dolphins are on their way to a 9-0 start as they build on to their lead. Another touchdown here in the 4th quarter. And, Charles, I think we can start to consider that this undefeated streak of theirs is going to be safe for another week.
And, partner, you don't make it this far into a season without a loss unless you're getting contributions from both sides of the ball and sometimes even your special teams. And that's been true today. Each side helping guide them to this late lead.
The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Chris Olave heads back to the field as his guys get set for another possession. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now a 2nd and 10. Now Purdy. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Inside the 20. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up 1st and goal at the 5. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
Extra point up and good by Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The kicking team out for Miami as they will send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it all deep in his own territory. He coughs up the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. The extra point try now from Dicker. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And Here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left sideline, incomplete. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Purdy's throw finds its target, Dobbs. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 18 on that one as the Bills are going to have a first down. So a victory here for the Miami Dolphins. And we talk so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins, who loses. This game, no exception. Error-free football, no turnovers at all, and they win it.
So this is one you don't have to